Guys, welcome back to another FX Depot Productions tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to learn about if and then statements and how we can use them in a lot of applications in Visual Basic. And before we go on to the tutorial, I'm just going to open up and just want to introduce you to my website, fxdepotdownloads.zxq.net. In this, right now, I've got two downloads, which you can download for free, by the way, which is my FX Depot Music Media Player application version 1.0, which you can download by clicking here and going over to the download page. And from there, you can download it directly. You just need to click this, and it'll start downloading. Okay. And also I have one more download, which is the HTML basics guide PDF document, and these are the two downloads I have right now on the website. More will be coming up soon, so I just wanted to introduce you to the website. That's all, really. And another thing is my blog, somniumblog.net.tc, right? uh, um, I have lots of new posts right now, a lot of articles where I am teaching CSS, really. I hope you can see this over here. And HTML and few Visual Basic tutorials also. And I really hope that you help in giving me feedback on what type of articles you want by checking out the polls and participating in them. So that's all I wanted to talk about. And now let's just get back into our video tutorial. And we've just opened up Microsoft Visual Basic 2008. And go to File, New Project. We'll select it as a Windows Form application. And let's just call it If and then Statements Application. And we're up with the form here. And we just change the name of the form in the properties bar by going over here, clicking on text, and we'll just change it to basic quiz application. And we'll change the maximize box value from 2 to false. That means there ain't gonna be any maximize box, so you can't really maximize the window. I'm gonna change the icon to some normal icon image that I have, and I'm gonna change the form border style from sizable to fixed single. That means the window cannot be expanded. There aren't any handles to expand it. And now we're just gonna add a few tools. Gonna add a few buttons. Label. Finally, a text box. So let's just position all these items. Just gonna reduce the size of the window. Keep this label over here, this button over here. Just gonna increase the length. And I'm just gonna change the text of button 1 to your question. I'm gonna change the text of button 2 to submit answer. I'm going to change the text of label 1 to your score will appear here. And now we'll just do a little bit of coding. So here we're just going to create a few message boxes for your question button, and we discussed this in the previous video tutorial on Visual Basic, so I'm not really going to explain it now. So if you really don't know, you can go back over to that video, watch it, and then come back over here. So I'm going to double click the button, and it takes us to this code, and I'm just going to declare a few things. Dim message box 1, dim message box 2, and dim message box 3 as string equals your question is. I hope you understand what's going on here. Otherwise, please refer to the video tutorial before this. It's the answer to 200 divided by 5. Then string equals. Write your answer in the text box below. Then here we're just going to create our message boxes. And up here we're going to add our variables. Message box 2, message box 3. So this is our message box. So let's go back to form and we'll debug it. And here when we click your question, it'll take us to these things which says your question is, what is the answer to 200 divided by 5? Write your answer in the text box below. And now we'll go into if and then statements. So we'll select our submit answer button and we'll double click it, and we're going to type in, I'm just going to type in the code first, and then I'm going to discuss the meaning of that code. So the code is going to be if text box 1.text is equal to 200 by 5, then label 1.text is equal to, your answer is absolutely correct, else label 1.text is equal to, your answer is wrong. The correct answer is 40. So we've written the text. That's all there is to it. So what the text I've written is, if the text in the text box 1 is equal to 200 divided by 5, then the text in label 1 was equal to, your answer is absolutely correct. Otherwise, if the text in text box 1 does not equal to 200 divided by 5, then the text in label 1 is going to be, your answer is wrong, the correct answer is 40. And then end the if statement. So basically that's all there is to it. I hope you understood what I said. What we're doing here is we're saying that if the text in text box 1 does not equal, or if the text in text box 1 is equal to 200 divided by 5, then the text in label 1 is equal to, your answer is absolutely correct. Sorry about that. Otherwise, if the text in text box 1 does not equal to 200 divided by 5, then the text in label 1 is going to equal to, your answer is wrong, the correct answer is 40. Alright? And that's why we're using the else command form. And right here what I've done in the brackets, it's not a string, it's not an integer, it's not a variable. It's actually a math function. We can write any math function in it. We can write 200 divided by 5, or we can write 50 into 6. Multiplication is denoted by the asterisk, or we can write 50 plus 6, we can write 50 minus 6, or we can do 50 divided by 6. Here in this case the question is, what is the answer to 200 divided by 5, so I've done the same thing here. And math functions come between brackets. Alright, so now let's go over to the form and see how it works out. Your question is, what's the answer to that, blah blah blah. And if you type in 41, it's going to say your answer is wrong, the correct answer is 40. If you type in 40, it's going to say your answer is absolutely correct. If you type 40.000, it's going to say your answer is absolutely correct. If you even put a few spaces and then type in 40.00, it's going to say your answer is still absolutely correct. If you add in a 1, yeah, it's wrong. Now, that's why we use math functions instead of strings. I'll tell you what could happen if we added a string. Now, instead of 20 divided by 5, if you said that it should equal to 40, then let's see how it would have been, right? So, if I type in 40 here, it's going to say your answer is correct. But what if the person answering were to type 40.000? Then it's going to say your answer is wrong. The correct answer is 40. There's no difference. What if you were to put a few spaces and then type in 40? And it's again going to say your answer is wrong. The correct answer is 40. So that's the difference between a string and a math function. Okay, the math function recognizes the answer, all right, as long as it is 200 divided by 5. So that's all there is to this tutorial. I hope you understood what I was trying to explain to you guys. And if you have any other doubts, please feel free to give me feedback by commenting on this video or any of the other ones. Okay, thank you for watching. More tutorials are up on their way. And thanks.